Ready for this?
All right, footy fans, get ready for another episode of the NRL Live Chat 2.0 podcast. Here are your hosts, PJ and Breno.
Y'all ready for this?
Hey, footy fans. Welcome back to another episode of NRL Live Chat 2.0 podcast. We have something special, a little bit different for you tonight. It's Origin Decider Day, yes. Queensland Maroons are taking on New South Wales. They're taking on the Blues, kicking off at 8 o'clock tonight. It all comes down to 80 minutes of footy in this decider. The script has been written perfectly for this one. One game to decide who takes home the shield, and the other, well, they'll have to hear about it for the rest of the year. So tonight, I've got a full panel ready to fire up. Joining me on one side, flying the flag for New South Wales. He's got more Blues pride than Gus Gould in a pre-Origin monologue. And on the other side, backed by popular demand, or just Queenslander demand, the man with Maroon in his veins and shouts Queenslander better than Billy Moore. It's PJ and the BIG Queenslander. Welcome, guys. How you going?
How we doing?
Yeah, mate. Looking forward to it. Bring it on.
Yeah, so Breno, just to recap, we had New South Wales in game one, 18 points to 6. They had a clinical display. Late try to Queensland kind of gave them a chance in that one, but it was all sewed up by Dylan Edwards. Game two, Queensland blew New South Wales out of the park. Big Queenslander was nowhere to be seen for the Origin 2 show. Must have had something to do with the result, just quietly. Blew them away in the second game in the first half, and New South Wales almost made the comeback of Origin.
That would have been amazing.
Almost
That
got
was
all the
really
way
hard
back.
to watch.
Yeah, it was a game, definitely a game of two halves, and this game, mate, sold out ANZ Stadium, or Accor Stadium as it's called now. It's going to be massive. Brett, what do you think?
Well, what do you think about the big public coming back for one last hurrah? I mean, there's I think a stroke of genius from Billy to bring him back. He's going to make sure our big forwards keep going forward, because I think that's where we lacked. There's just not enough structure and not enough straight running in those forwards.
Yeah, Papa's in great form for Canberra, and he's playing right into an Origin position. We actually had the exclusive phone call. I don't know if you saw it, Brett, last week. We had the exclusive phone call between Billy Slater and Josh Papali'i.
I've got it here.
G'day guys, it's Billy Slater. I really need you to play for Queensland.
Okay. I think you've heard it here first.
Yeah, that's-
Man,
exclusive,
a few words but lots of actions.
That was legit, yeah.
Really want you to play. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, but he's been in great form, and no surprise that Queensland have pulled him in. Very sadly, though, Breno and Brett, on Monday, Cameron Munster's father passed away, and our thoughts to all of his family for that terrible passing. He's taken a leave of absence, but I'm pretty sure he's going to play tonight.
Yep.
We will see what happens when we get to kickoff.
Yeah, it sounds like he's keen to do it for his dad, so he's definitely going to be back. He's going to be fired up, I think. It's going to be hard to stop.
That's a big emotional card to play. I mean, not that you really need one when you're playing for Queensland or New South Wales, but it's a big card to play. So I'd expect to see a very, very big game from Cameron and an emotional win on open 4 for Queensland.
Yeah, so there we go. There's first off, so Queenslanders love looking back on how they went. So let's check out that. We've got 134 games. Queensland had 71 wins. New South Wales 61. Queensland series wins 24, and Blues won 17. So all that's all going to change. There was a couple of draws there, so it's all going to change very soon. Someone's going to go one more up, and we're catching you.
Yeah, to be fair, I mean, I just had a really bad Monday and then struggled through the Tuesday. I can't have a bad Thursday as well. We need the Queenslanders to get up.
And the history of Origin, how good is this? So all the way back to 1980, that says 82 there, but I'm pretty sure Queensland, they won 5 in a row before New South Wales won, Brett, right?
Yeah, before New South Wales even realised what state of origin was, after the inception, and Artie laying one on the chin of his former teammate. There, we just started off on the right foot.
Strong. Yeah, but the 90s were good. 90s were good for New South Wales. Lots of series wins. Amazing games in the 90s as well. My best memories are 88, 89, 90, those late 80s.
That was
early
the best
90s.
era, yeah, absolutely.
God, there were some good games in that series.
Yeah, 100%. Willie Kahn, Steve Renouf, Andrew J. I mean, all those boys are running around having a ball. It was, thrilling games.
Michael O'Connor kicking it from the sideline in the pouring rain. There was the one, what's that Dragons bloke? I just can't get his name. It scored the length of the field try. Mark Coyne, thank you. Mark Coyne's amazing try. Like, those
How could you forget that try of the century?
A try of the century. Yeah, that was last century, though, buddy.
Queensland.
Yeah. We're starting to get back to it, I think. I think the games this year have felt a little bit 1990s. So we're getting the tightness.
No, I'll agree, Michael. It's a lot more open. The attack is there. But, I mean, it's kind of worked its way into the NRL, right? I mean, the defence hasn't been there like it has been in the previous years. The game's getting too quick for people to be able to keep defending. So the tries are coming. So it was surprising to see the low score in the first match, and you can see it in the second match where it opened up. So it'll be interesting tonight.
Yeah. So now it's back into Sydney. The Blues stick solid with it. They got the same 17 pretty much, including Cleary and Haas, both under a cloud so big you think there's another weather bomb coming. But Matt Burton gets the boot, and the Bulldogs teammate Carraz, he's on standby, 18th man. Got Lindsay Smith and Bradman Best get the nod, but they're on the extended bench just for being good blokes. But let's have a look at we'll kick off with the backs there. So got Dylan Edwards in the fullback, of course. Brian Toto, put him down for an anytime try scorer. Stephen Crichton, Latrell Mitchell, and Zach Lomax. Hopefully he can kick some goals this time.
Yeah,
or give the boot to someone else.
It is a solid backline, but I mean, Toto's going in there with injury concerns, and you really don't want to be carrying anything when you're up against the Queenslanders.
Yeah,
there's a few looking a bit dodgy there. So,
and I thought game 2, Latrell Mitchell probably a bit quiet. He did well in game 1. He got a strip late in game 2, I think it was, and they scored from that, which gave him the last second chance. But apart from that, there wasn't much going on.
Jump into the forwards. Max King, you got Reece Robson, Payne Haas, who seems to be on an injury cloud as well. Liam Martin is back, and Angus Crichton. Who's missing from there?
13. Yo.
They're missing one there.
You captain.
Oh, well, sorry about him. We were right.
You Capitane. That's all right. We covered him. Isaiah.
Yo.
Yo.
And on the bench, got Connor Watson. Spencer Lenai. I wonder if he's going to spark up and cause a riot. Hudson Young and Stefano. Cool.
Chocomani. Yeah, Connor Watson, I'm surprised. You know, he had a really good game 1. He was another one I just didn't really think fired in game 2. Hudson Young, I thought he'd be pushing for a starting back row spot this year for New South Wales. He's been phenomenal for Canberra. Yeah. But again, just really hasn't handled the step up, a bit like Tedesco, right? He's a great club player, and he goes up to Origin, he sucks. So now he's not in Origin. And,
I don't think even as a Queenslander, I don't think you could say Tedesco sucks as a footballer playing State of Origin. I mean, that man has had some phenomenal games, and what was able to do was very, very good.
Yes, he was a good player, and I'm just glad we dropped him last year and won the series.
Oh, there he is again.
Queenslander, bring up the good team.
Okay, so they've shuffled the deck, the Queenslanders. Kalen Pong is out, so it's hammer time. Yeah, Tabiai Fido gets the number 1 jersey, and somehow Shibasaki gone from train and trial to Origin debut in 5 months. He's done great.
So what do you think about that? What do you think about the Hammer going to fullback? I mean,
it's great.
I was thinking
It's going to be good for
myself. I thought, I think that's the best move. I mean, bringing
definitely.
Walsh in, he's just too much of a.
He hasn't done much.
He's too much of a liability at this stage.
Yeah, but how good's your depth, right? You've got Reece Walsh, Kalen Ponga, and if they don't work out, you've got Tabuai Fido, and Munster's there too, right? We all know Munster can play fullback if and when needed. So
Queensland's always been good with the backs. They've always had a great fullback. Always,
short. Yeah, never going to be short of a good fullback for the Queensland team.
No, and coming on his games on the weekend for the Finns, Fido is in phenomenal form.
He's going great.
Hopefully he gets himself involved and scores a couple of meat pies for us tonight.
Yep. Nearly scored 5 against South last weekend. It was terrible to watch. But for Queensland, they're hitting form right at the right time.
Yeah, good on him. All right, I suppose we should look at the team, shouldn't we? There we go. Press the right button, that'd be good. Yeah, we got Fido and fullback, as we just said. Xavier Coates, he went well last time as well. Robert Tu'aya, Shibasaki, and Valentine Holmes.
Shibasaki's a good call.
Oh, yeah, he's on fire at the moment.
At the start of the season, he was a road hump. He was getting run over, but I mean, his defence now is just out of this league, and whatever those two New South Wales centres want to throw at him, he'll be up for the challenge.
Yeah, for sure.
Very different backline in New South Wales, right? You got 3 really experienced guys there, and then 2 up-and-coming youngsters, and I think that's what you always need to be doing with Origin, is having those Toyas and the Shibasakis, on the edge or in the team. The next man up, that mentality, and Queensland have done it again, brought Toya in game 2, and he played a really good game.
Yeah.
So no surprise he's there again.
There you go on the forwards. Papali, as we mentioned before, Harry Grant, Tino, not even going to say his last name. PJ's got that covered. Ruben Cotter and Kirk. There he is. Loves it.
Big T.
I feel sorry for the commentators in this game, seriously.
I still can't say the Roosters guy, the Wanahakalugi guy. I've tried so many times.
Hey, I'm surprised. I'm surprised he hasn't got called up to Origin, but maybe next year he's having a blinder too. Yeah.
How's Papa not got a Queensland jersey on? I'm sure you've got an old.
I don't know what's they should have got to put an old one up there, but maybe because it was so soon they haven't got his photo. Let's put that one in there.
Yeah, at least he's there.
What do you reckon about not starting with the Broncos? Oh God, forget his name now. Flip to the next page there, Breno. What do you reckon not starting with Carrigan at 13? And I mean, I think that's a good move as well, because when he comes on with what's his name? Collins. It's a good replacement for those couple of forwards that have left.
Yeah, guaranteed Collins is going to go head first again.
He knows
you don't get ahead like that by playing basketball.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But no, very, very solid Queensland bench there. Jeremiah Nanai, he's been up and down this year. Still deserves to be there, so he is. But Kurt Mann's been the shock for me. He's been in some great form.
Yeah, he's doing great,
played for the Dragons, played for the Knights, I think, for a while there, right?
Yeah, he was with the Knights for a while, but there was no spot for him, so he went to the Dogs.
Yeah, he's at the Bulldogs now, playing phenomenal and getting an Origin start. He must feel amazing. And,
Well, you need those blokes to come on and just tackle their hearts out, right? And that's what that bloke will do.
Willing to die for the jersey, mate. That's what it's all about. So get out there and mess up a whole bunch of New South Wales people.
Bring it on. Bring it
cool,
on.
Can't wait. Should be awesome. All right, so we need some predictions, guys. I think everyone's keen to hear our tips. So let's lock in some predictions here. Talk about who will score first. Let's kick off with that. So PJ, let's hear who you've got for maybe a first-time try scorer in the game.
Yeah, I've actually got Xavier Coates as my first
Okay.
time at try scorer. I think Queensland will start strong based on their form in the last game. I think the New South Wales crowd will be parochial, and I think they'll give us an edge after that and fire up, and we'll go on to win it.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna stick with the obvious and go the hammer as the first time try scorer. And once Queensland get in front, there's not going to be any lapse like we did in the second game. We're going to quiet that New South Wales crowd right down to the Queensland victory.
Yeah,
Blackies Blues are pretty loud.
I'm actually with you there. I'm tipping Tabuai for first try scorer as well.
Ooh.
Yeah.
The three of us think Queensland's going to score the first try.
Yeah. And then we'll turn it around and be all over.
Yep.
Next up, so what about players of the series or players of the match even? Big Queenslander, I'll let you go first. Who you got for maybe man of the series?
Yeah, well, I'm on a shocker of a roll for that because I don't know if you recall, you can go back to the videotape if you want, but I said our fullback of the moment was going to win and take out the man of the match in the first game.
Oops.
He's not even made the third game, so I got nothing. But if based on what Munster did in the second game, I think he's going to do it again with a lot of heart in this third game, and that'll give him the man of the match and also the man of the series in my mind.
That's probably a good option. Yeah, Queensland wins. That's probably what will happen. But for me, I'm going to say, of course, because it's going to be New South Wales victory, I'm going to say Lomax for player of the series. But I just hope he can kick some goals this time if he's kicking us.
A winger, really, Breno?
Yeah.
Wingers never won.
He had a great game in the first game.
Ferguson days when a winger's won something.
Yeah, he had a great first game. Like again, he didn't kick any goals, but yeah, he's played well. So I'm tipping that.
Yeah,
yeah, I know most people gets tight when he gets the ball or gets the running in and jumping in. I mean, he's very committed at what he does for sure.
What about you, PJ? What's your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm going to go probably Stephen Crichton. I was tossing up Dylan Edward. He's been really solid this series as well. But I'll go Stephen Crichton for player of the match, man of the match, and Nathan Cleary. The media just have a love affair with him. If New South Wales win, he'll win it. By the length of his chin, he will win that. And New South Wales will lift up the shield, Breno.
Let's hope. All right.
Absolutely.
Boom.
Getting emotional.
All right, so finally, let's pick a score. So New South Wales favourites on paper, but Maroons have their magic for sure. So, but the Blues have a bit of grunt, they give it a bit of class, and 80,000 screaming fans with blue wigs right behind them. I'm going to go New South Wales 26, Queensland 20. It's going to be a close one.
Ooh. Big Queenslander, what do you got?
All right. Well, I'll step in. I can see a lot of tries coming out of both teams this match. So I'm looking at a 30 to 26 game. So a closer game, but a little bit more tries scored into it. I think it's going to be a wide, big, open match.
Wow.
And with that New South Wales on paper, I mean, you do know that, as favourites on paper. That's what Queensland put up as their wallpaper in the dressing sheds. Always good on.
What, you put blue wallpaper up?
Yeah, you got to be good on ground.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I'll just get a few ton of reflex paper, mate, and cover the field because unfortunately we don't play on paper. We play on grass. But I'm actually going New South Wales 20, Queensland 16. I think it also will be close. And New South Wales to score 4 tries and miss 2 of the goals. And Queensland to score 3 tries and miss the one from the sideline, sadly, for Xavier Coates. It'll be a 4-0 lead to Queensland.
There you go. Lock all them in, guys. Lock them in.
20 to 16.
So we'll have to check that out next week on the podcast. We'll go over the results and see how close we were.
Yeah. So we got a question from a fan here.
Oh, here we go.
Just got to ask this question. It says, "Hey, big Queenslander, when you lose, are you going to show up to the show?
Well, okay, let's talk about this. I'd make the guest appearances on the game days, not before and after. Do you want me on the series to come in and have a couple of cameos? I suppose I can do that as well, but I'll be a big Bronco then.
Okay, well, we can do that.
Okay.
The Bucking Bronco. I often call Brett a word that rhymes with bucking, but anyway, we'll get into that later.
Oh, wow.
Right, so where are you watching the game, Breno? What's your plan for the game in just a couple of hours' time?
Did have a plan with one of our regular viewers too, but we're going to go to the club and watch it with a few other people. But I think we've decided to, cut costs and going to have it at my place. Going to have a few bevos. Going to sit down in front of the TV. We're just about. They'll probably get a knock on the door any second now with the bloody Queensland supporters knocking on the door. I don't know if I should let them in or not.
All right, so Breno's address is number 2. No, I'm coming.
Number 2.
What are you doing, Brett? What's your plan?
As always, mate, over my mum's place, we've got about 30 people showing up.
Sweet.
We have a big barbecue. Everyone brings a plate. You're not allowed to barrack or bet for New South Wales. We've all put in a tip. So yeah, she's a good night, and a lot of screaming at the TV and a lot of high fives. Hopefully by the end.
I was going to say I didn't get an invite, so that's probably why.
And we're occasionally a New South Wales supporter comes.
Infiltration.
We don't let them go on the tip, but yeah, they never come twice.
Yeah.
I bet.
Yeah. I bet it'll be bad.
It's a big night. There's like I said, 30 people up in the back room. They're yelling at the TV. It's good stuff.
So what's your plans, PJ?
Oh yeah, I'm going to be the same as Brett, mate. Big family get together and watch it on the big screen and have quite a few beers to celebrate New South Wales back-to-back champions. Here we go.
2 in a row. Look at you go. Absolutely no. Absolutely
2 in a
no
row.
chance.
Yes.
It's our second longest win streak this century.
Come on, Queenslanders.
So yeah, don't forget, everyone, jump into the chat. I'll put the link there in the comments. We'll have a live chat going as well. We'll keep you up to date with the scores and that. Also, stay tuned. I was meant to say at the beginning of the show, but different tonight. We're not going to go through all the rounds, but I will add our tips at the end of the show. So stay tuned for that one.
Mm-hmm. Let us know in the comments who you think's going to win. Will it be Queensland with their big comeback in Game 2, or will it be New South Wales avenging that loss to claim the shield? Let us know in the comments what you think of our scores and what your score is too.
Yeah, bet with your head, not with your heart. So Queensland are going to win.
Unless you're from Queensland.
What head are you betting with? Anyway,
Yeah.
Great to have you back on, Brett, too, and I hope we can have you back on soon. But enjoy the game, guys, and go the Blues.
See you later.
I'll have final word, even though he'll probably dub this out.
Queenslander. Go the Blues.
Queenslander.
Go the Blues.
All right, guys, enjoy your night. Go the Blues. Here we go. See ya.
Thanks for tuning in to another action-packed episode of the NRL Live Chat 2.0 podcast. We hope you enjoyed the show. Be sure to check out all of the NRL Live Chat 2.0 action on our Facebook group page. Come and join the chat. Goodbye.